Vita Health Group provide this exercise class with your health and safety in mind. Each individual participant has their own limitations and should consult their general practitioner or an appropriate medical professional prior to undertaking the class. Should you be prone to injury, are currently pregnant, or be managing any functional limiting medical conditions, please seek medical confirmation prior to participating. At all times, ensure you follow all instructions provided by Vita Health Group throughout the entirety of the recording. Should you experience any symptoms of dizziness, nausea, or increased pain at any point during your participation, please stop and seek the appropriate advice from your general practitioner or the 111 service.
Hi, my name is Aman and welcome to your intermediate Pilates class. This class is aimed on improving your flexibility and your mobility. Before we get started, just make sure you've got a mat or a carpeted area. Make sure you've got a space around you and a water bottle. We're going to start with our warm-up, so we'll be starting that in 30 seconds. Well, let's begin our warm-up. So we're just going to come to the edge of the mat over to one side, and we're going to start a warm-up where you're going to roll down and roll up. So we're focusing on the articulation of the spine. So we're going to use from the top of the spine all the way down to our tailbone. So just with your hands nice and down beside you, pull your shoulders back or retract them, and then you're just going to tuck your chin down first. So tucking the chin down, you're going to begin to roll your shoulders down, keeping that tailbone still tucked, and you're just going to roll down. If you want, you can bend the knees as well and just reach your hands slowly down towards the floor. Keep your head tucked, and you want to keep your head towards your knees and roll down to wherever you feel comfortable, and slowly take your time to roll up. That's it. Nice and slow movements, and you're going to roll your shoulders up and back down. We're going to repeat this movement again. So you're going to tuck the chin and start to roll the shoulders forward. Start to draw the body towards the mat. You can bend the knees, you can keep them straight. Reaching all the way down, hold it at the bottom for a second and begin to roll up. Okay, now let's add your breathing into this as well. So inhale to prepare. Exhale, begin to roll down. So breathing in through our nose, out through our mouths. Reaching all the way down and slowly rolling ourselves back up. Again, take a deep breath in, tuck the chin, start to roll all the way down. Breathing in. Exhaling as we roll all the way up. Okay, we're going to do one more here. So tuck the chin, roll the shoulders all the way down, keeping that tailbone tucked as we roll down. You can keep the knees nice and soft. You can bend if you need to, reaching all the way down to the mat or to your feet or wherever it allows you to, and pause at the bottom. Okay, and begin to roll all the way back up. Okay, from here, you're just going to place your hands onto your shoulders, okay? And you're just going to begin to roll your shoulders back. Roll your elbows back. Focusing on the breath. Option, if you want to extend, you can also extend your arms. And then we're going to rotate the circles the other way. Taking your time. Focusing on that breath. That's it. For another 3, 2, and 1, and place your hands down beside you. We're going to go into a bow and arrow. So you're going to place your hands out in front of you. Okay, you're just going to bend one elbow all the way back, keeping your gaze forward. Okay, and then you're going to bring your hand to meet the other hand. So bring the left hand all the way back and bring it forward. Focusing on the breath. So you want to pinch the shoulder blade back as you're pulling back. Really squeeze the shoulder blade and come forward. Make sure our shoulders are away from our ears. Standing up nice and tall. Focusing on that breath. Now we're going to add a rotation. So as you bring the elbow back, you're going to rotate slightly and come back. So bring that elbow back, rotate and come back. So take your time with the rotations. You don't need to rotate all the way, just to where you feel comfortable. Okay, just squeezing those shoulder blades back. Let's go for 2 more. And last one. Perfect. Bring your hands down beside you, and we're just going to go into our oblique stretch. So just going to feel it on the sides. So you're going to place your hands down beside you. Okay, make sure you're sitting up, standing up nice and tall. Okay, and then you're just going to slide one hand all the way down as if you're drawing that ear towards the floor, and you should feel it in the oblique and coming up nice and slow. I'm just going to show you from the front. Okay, so standing nice and tall, just coming all the way down, dropping that ear down towards the floor, feeling the stretch in the side, coming all the way up. Going all the way over to the other side and back up. Repeat this a couple of times for me. Option to lift the other arm all the way up and back down. Also, if you want to, you can lift both arms overhead and do the same movement. Focusing on that breath. If this feels too much, feel free to bring your hands down at any point. Last one each side. Okay, now we're going to move into the end of the mat. Okay, and we're going to do our roll down into our cat and cow, okay? So that first movement we did at the start, so hands down beside you, tucking that tailbone in. You're going to begin to roll the chin, roll the shoulders, roll everything all the way down, reaching down towards the bottom. Okay, you're going to give me a bend in the knees, and you're going to place your hands down onto the mat. You're just going to walk your hands forward until you come to a 4-point kneeling position. Okay, you can untuck the toes and just make sure you've got a nice square. Okay, if your hands are too forward, just bring them back a little bit. From here, you're just going to push your tailbone up, squeeze your shoulder blades and look all the way up to the sky. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, you're pushing your hands into that floor and you're really pushing yourself all the way up. Taking a deep breath in and exhaling. So as you're pushing away, try to imagine your head is coming towards your tailbone. And repeat this movement a couple of times, keeping those shoulders away from those ears. Go to your own range of motion. Take your time with this. Last 2. And last 1. That's the warm-up all done, and we are going to go into our main phase in 30 seconds. Welcome to the main session. We're going to start just at the end of the mat and we're going to come to a seated position. So sitting down on your bum, just have your feet hip width apart and just place your hands underneath your kneecaps and just roll yourself down. Okay, in this position, you're just going to place your heels down flat onto the mat and place your palms down facing the mat as well. From here, all I want you to do is focus on your breathing. So deep breath in and exhale. So we're focusing on breathing in through our nose and exhale out through our mouth. Again, deep breath in and exhale. Okay, we're going to place our hands onto our hips and we're just going to try and find our neutral spine. So I'm just going to do some pelvic tilt. So you're just going to rock the pelvis forward and arc the back. And then you're going to draw the pelvis in and close the gap underneath the mat. So imagine you've got a marble to the belly button, to the pubic bone. It's rolling all the way down and you're just rolling that marble back towards the belly button. Again, take the deep breath in and exhale. Deep breath in and exhale. And now try and find your neutral spine. So that's just halfway between those pelvic tilts. From here, I want you to imagine there's a string from your belly button and it's pulling towards the spine. So we want to keep slight tension on the core to activate that core at all times. With the rib cage, we want to push the rib cage down towards our back ribs. Okay, keeping our back nice and flat on the floor, but in a neutral spine. So if you have a slight arc on the back, that's absolutely fine. Placing your hands just down beside you, drawing the shoulders back towards the mat. Take a deep breath in and exhale, focusing on contracting that core as you exhale, so core active. Again, deep breath in and exhale. Really pushing through that core. One more deep breath in. Now we're going to bring ourselves into a tabletop position. So you're just going to hover the right leg and then you're going to hover the left leg. From here, you want your knees to be kept heavy and stacked on top of your hips. So if your legs are too far away, you might feel this in the hip flexors. Just draw those knees back. Try to make sure it's not too close, just so you feel those knees nice and heavy into those hip sockets. Okay, from here, you're going to make sure your shoulders are nice and in line. Take a deep breath in and exhale. You're going to start to notice that a little bit more on the core. One more breath here. We're now going to hover our arms to chest level, palms facing towards the other side of the room. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, just lower the arms down to hip level, keeping the head down. Raise the arms back up. Exhale to lower. Inhale and exhale. So option, you can stay here, or we're going to layer it up to our second layer. So you're going to bring your hands up to chest level. And now we're going to chest lift and lift our head off of the mat. And then just reach your hands down towards your feet. From here, you're going to bring your hands all the way up to your ears and slowly lower back down. You can keep your arms here, or you can bring them back down with you if you wish as well. Just make sure you're not over arcing in the back. So keeping that core nice and controlled. So imagine your hips are being drawn towards your rib cage. Again, take a deep breath in. Exhale, reach down. Inhale, control back down. Again, take a deep breath in to prepare. Exhale to reach and hold. Lengthen your hands all the way down to your feet. Control the movement. Back down. 2 more repetitions here. Option to keep your feet down. Or you can keep them up in tabletop. Option to extend your legs if you wish. So as you come up, You can extend. You can bring them back down and control the head back down. Take a deep breath in to prepare. Exhale to come all the way up. Lengthen. Point the toes if you wish, or you can just have the knee slightly bent. Bringing it back down to 90-degree angle and lowering your heads back down. One more repetition here. Take a deep breath in. And just give yourself a nice knee hug. This is a short rest here before we go into our 100. So with our 100, you're going to have your legs back into tabletop, but we're going to pulse our hands, okay? Option for this movement, you can keep the head down as you are. You can have your head down, legs into tabletop, or you can bring yourself up into a chest lift and pulse. So we're just tapping our hands like it's water, okay? So up to you which version you want to do. I'm going to go into tabletop. So you're just going to tabletop your legs, create that focus, so draw the front ribs down towards the hips, activate the core, belly button towards the spine. Okay, place your hands up to chest level, take a deep breath in. You're going to exhale and you're going to curl yourself up, reach your hands towards your feet. Okay, take a deep breath in and you're going to begin to pulse your hands. Breathing in. Breathing out. We're going to do 100, so it's 10 full reps. See if you can lift yourself up slightly higher. Option to place your feet down onto the mat. Option to bring your head down onto the mat as well. Keep it going. Nearly finished. And relax. Bring the knees in towards the chest and take a deep breath in. And exhale. Again, deep breath in. And exhale. Place the feet back down onto the mat. Okay, bring your legs back into tabletop position. Okay, focusing on your core being contracted, making sure the front ribs are pushed down towards the back ribs, shoulders down into the mat. From here, we're just going to do a couple of toe taps. So imagine there's a pencil on your big toe. So you've got a pencil on the right big toe. You're just going to drive that right toe down towards the floor. You're going to tap it and bring it back up. And then you're going to alternate to the other leg. Left leg goes down. You tap. You come back up, take your time, so deep breath in, exhale, breathe in, and exhale. Inhale, exhale, keep alternating. We are here for another 10. Your last 5 seconds. Take your time, control the movement, no rushing. And make this your last one. Place the feet back down onto the mat. You would have felt that in the lower abdomen. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale. We're going to layer this up so you can do the previous exercise that I've just shown you, or you're going to bring your legs back into tabletop and you're going to bring your chest up into your chest lift and you're going to extend one leg out to 45-degree angle and you're just going to place your hands onto that right knee. You're going to take a deep breath in. You're going to exhale and change over to the other leg. Take a deep breath in. Take your time. For option to keep the head down. For option to speed it up. Last 5. Last 4. Last 3. 2. And 1. Slowly bring yourself down. Give yourself a nice hug there. Okay, bringing yourself up into that full glute bridge and then melting yourself back down. We're going to add a layer here. So if you wish, you can stay with your glute bridges up and down. Option now, bring yourself all the way up into that glute bridge and you're just going to hover the left leg up. Make sure your hips are level. Drop it down, keeping those hips nice and level and melting yourself back down. And again, we're going to lift up the right leg this time. So coming all the way up into that full glute bridge. Lift that right leg off the mat. Control. And melt yourself back down. We're going to be here for a couple of seconds. So a repeat. All the way up. Option, you can just focus on the glute bridges up and down. Focusing that breath. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, come all the way up into that glute bridge. Lift that knee up, control it back down. From here, you can drive that knee a little bit higher, hip thrust that glute all the way up, drop it back down. Bringing yourself all the way up. This time you're going to keep that right leg up and you're just going to melt yourself back down and up if you wish to, or you can straighten the leg as well. Last 2 on this leg. And changing over to the other leg. Pointing it up. If you wish to keep a bend, you can, just squeezing that glute as you come up and down. Last 2. And last 1. Dropping the knees down. Just give yourself a little knee hug or separate the feet and just rock the legs side to side. So dropping the knees to each side. Okay, from here, we're now going to go on to our side lying series. So I just want you to roll over onto your right side. So you're just going to roll over onto the right side. You're going to bring your right hand all the way in front of you, and then you're going to just rest your head onto that hand. Your palm can be facing up or it can be facing down, whichever you feel comfortable. From here, we're just going to make sure our hips are stacked on top of each other. Okay, and you can keep the right leg bent or you can have it straight, entirely up to you. From here, you're going to extend that left leg. Okay. And you're just going to hold it and hover it just to hip level. You don't want to go too high, just holding it here. Okay, you're going to imagine there's a blueberry underneath the rib cage and your palm is just going to be facing down onto the mat. So you can use that as support. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Deep breath in. Exhale. We're just going to pulse that left leg up and down. Okay, option to extend both legs out and you can just pulse both legs up and down. So there's different layers there for you. So just small movements. Just making sure you don't roll back as I just did. Really focusing on that control or just bringing it to here. Option to increase that range of motion, going all the way up with control, controlling it back down. All the way up, control it back down. Taking a deep breath in, deep breath out. You're going to feel a dull ache around the hips and the glutes. Focusing on that breath. One more. Bend that knee to rest if you wish. Now we're going to go into our front kicks. So again, you're going to hover that leg Make sure the blueberry's underneath your rib cage. Take a deep breath in, make sure the hips are stacked on top of each other. And you're just going to kick that leg forward to your own range of motion and kick it back. And again, take a deep breath in. Option here to increase that range of motion. Option here, you can flex the toes and point. Last one. And rest. You're going to really start to feel that, so give that glute a little bit of a shake and slowly bring yourself up to a seated position. Okay, onto your knees, and you're going to lay down onto that left side for me. Okay, laying down onto that left side, we're actually going to come onto our stomachs. Okay, so laying down onto your stomach, you're just going to have your hands out in front of you. Okay, you're going to have your head either placed down onto the mat or onto a pillow or onto a small pillow or small towel. Okay, taking a deep breath in for me. Okay, imagine there's a little marble or a blueberry underneath your belly button. Okay, you're going to begin to squeeze your glutes and draw your shoulders away from your ears. Okay, just place each foot to the side of the mat. And the same with the hands, okay? Take a deep breath in for me, and we're going to go into swimming. Okay, so we're going to start off with just our arm movement first, and we're going to layer it up for you. So taking a deep breath in, pushing your hands into the floor and your feet into the floor. And as you press down, you're just going to notice a slight more contraction on your core. Taking a deep breath in, you're going to lift that right hand up. And then pressing the hand into the floor, lift that left hand up. Focusing on that breath to repeat the movement. Option to start to lift that head a little bit higher. Keeping that blueberry still alive underneath you, it's not squashed. Lengthening through the arms, through the fingertips. Option now here is we're going to add our legs into it. So we're going to add opposite arm to opposite leg. So as the right hand lifts, the left leg will begin to lift, and you're going to squeeze your glute, keeping that blueberry underneath the belly button. Control back down, and we're going to swap over. Left hand up, right leg up, control back down. Drop the head ever so slightly as you come down. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift, lengthen through the feet, the toes, the hands, the fingertips. Control back down. Depending on your range of motion, just make sure the neck is aligned and you're not looking all the way up. The neck stays attached and looking down. And you're just pressing your hands into that floor as you lift. Pressing that opposite foot down into the floor. Squeezing that glute. We are here for another 3, 2, last one. Just bring your hands to bend and fold in front of you. Stack your hands on top of each other and just place your head onto your hands and relax your legs. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Deep breath in. Exhale. We're now going to come onto our side. So rolling over onto our left side, laying your head down into your arm, Placing your hand in front of you and just make sure your hips are stacked. Okay, so we're going to go into our side lying series. So just bringing your head onto your arm. Make sure your hips are stacked and just place your hands in front of you. So right hand in front of you. Make sure that blueberry's underneath the rib cage. There's a slight gap. You can have your knees bent or you can have them straight, entirely up to you. Okay, we're going to hover one leg. Okay, just focus on that balance, hovering one leg just to hip level. And with that hand in front of you, you can control that balance. Okay, take a deep breath in to prepare. Exhale. You can begin to hover that leg up and down. And you can increase that range of motion. Option, if you have the balance, you can actually bring that hand down beside you, or you can bring it over as well. We are here for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend that knee in. Take a deep breath in for me. Exhale. Okay, stretching that leg out again. We're now going to go into our kicks. So you're going to kick all the way forward, control it back and squeeze the glutes. Making sure you don't over arc the spine, keeping that core active. You can flex and point the toe as well. And you can also bring that leg ever so slightly behind you. We are here for another 3, 2, and 1. Bend your knees and take a deep breath in. Exhale, and again deep breath in and exhale. We're now going to roll back onto our front and we're going to go into our swan prep. Okay, so option to keep your hands on top of your head. Okay, so from here you're just going to find your alignment again. So take deep breath in, imagine that blueberry underneath that belly button, and then you're just going to place your hands out into a T shape. Okay, so it's 2 right angles from your elbows beside you. Okay, you're going to lengthen through your head. So making sure you've got a crown on your head and you're pushing your head through that crown. You're going to pull the shoulder blades down, so retract the shoulder blades. Take a deep breath in, lower the head all the way down. And we're going to push with our hands, just pushing ourselves up, keeping that neck attached and neutral spine, coming back down. Exhale, push your hands into the floor, to the mat. Exhale. With your legs, option to imagine you've got a little tiny ball in between your legs and you're going to start to point your toes, but keeping that belly button off the mat. Pushing your hands in, elongating through the spine, controlling back down. Option here to progress. You can now lift the elbows up as you push away. So you're lifting the elbows up, keeping your shoulders away from your ears, controlling that movement back down. Take your time. Go to your own range of motion here. So if you find this difficult, you can layer back down just by lifting up and down. Option, if you wish to progress, you can come up a little bit higher, but make sure you're still keeping that core contracted. So it's not the same as yoga. You're just keeping that core nice and tight, and you're just going to where you feel comfortable, lengthening with that crown on your head. Last one here. And come all the way down. Place your hands together and rest your head onto your hands. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Okay, from here, we're going to bring ourselves up into our all four kneeling position. We're going to go into our plank variation, okay? So we're going to place our palms up towards the ceiling. Okay, if you prefer to have them down, that's entirely up to you, but we prefer to keep them up. Okay, and then we're going to come on to our knees, but bring our knees back ever so slightly. Okay, from here, this is your plank, but we're going to add a variation. So just bring your elbows slightly closer if you need to. Okay, place your feet down, or you can have the toes curled, entirely up to you. From this position, we're just going to reach and touch the top of the mat, bringing it back in, keeping the hips nice and still. Back in, tap, back in. Option if you feel like this is too much, you're just going to drive the bum back and come back into that plank for a couple of seconds, taking deep breaths. Coming out of that plank, exhale. But you've got your option one where you're just tapping. And that's your last 2 and 1. And just bringing yourself out of that position. And we're going to come to our seated position. So sitting down onto your bum. You're going to stretch your legs out to each side of the mat. And you're just going to sit nice and tall onto your sit bones. Okay, so imagine you're lengthening through the crown of the head, okay, and you're pushing your bum all the way up into the sit bones. From here, we're just going to sit up nice and tall. If it's uncomfortable to have your legs straight, you can also have them bent. You can also place little pillows underneath your knees as well. We're going to imagine there's this big round ball. Okay, we're going to take a deep breath. And we're just going to hover our arms in front of us and imagine there's this big brown ball in front of us. And we're just going to reach towards our toes, drawing the head down and coming back up. So this is spine stretch here. Taking a deep breath in. Exhale, reaching over this ball and coming back. Reach, 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 reach. Keep reaching through the arms. And coming back onto our sit bones, draw the shoulders blades away. Take a deep breath in. Reach all the way forward. Imagine there's this big ball here that we're just rounding over and hugging. And coming back. Last 2. See how far you can get over that ball. And last 1. Reaching all the way over. And bring the arms down. That's the end of the main session. And now we're going to go into our cool down in 30 seconds. So let's begin the cool down. So just make sure you've got enough space around you and use a chair if needed. I will demonstrate exercises on the chair for the cool down. So we're going to go back into that child's pose and we're just going to stay in that child's pose for a little bit longer. So back onto your knees, sitting down onto your bum and just reaching your hands forward. You're going to place your forehead down onto the mat and just take a deep breath in here. And keep reaching your fingertips forwards whilst you're driving your hips down towards your feet. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Nice deep breath in. Nice deep breath out. 2 more breaths here. And last one. Just walk your hands back towards you. And from here, slowly bring yourself to a standing position. And you're just going to come towards the end of the mat. Keep your head still down low towards the floor. And you're just going to drop your body weight down. So you can have the knees slightly bent. And then from here, you can just sway from the hips. Just let the blood rush towards your head. Take a deep breath in. Just small movements side to side, or you can just hang here, focusing on breaths. If you wish to add a little bit of a movement here, you can, from side to side. And then you're going to slowly take your time and roll up. So starting with the tailbone, head is the last thing to roll up. Take your time. Take a second here. If you feel a little bit dizzy or anything, feel free to sit down. And then you're going to come to a chair for me. So just sitting down on the chair, you want your bum not completely back, just more towards the edge of the chair. You're just going to sit up nice and tall onto your sit bones, and you're going to straighten that right leg and just point your toe towards you. From here, if this is enough of the stretch on the hamstrings, keep it there. Option with that right hand, we're just going to reach down towards that right toe. If this is comfortable for you, just keep it here, or you can just place your hand on the chin, on your shin, or you can reach and try drop your head all the way down towards that knee. Hold it here. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Deep breath in. Exhale. 2 more breaths. Last breath in. And roll yourself back up. Take your time. And we're going to switch over to the left leg. So extend that left leg. If that's comfortable for you here, you can stay here. You can slightly hinge forward, or you can reach down towards that left toe and just hold it here. Breathe in. Option, if you wish to do this exercise, this stretch, onto the floor, you can. You just have your legs folded in front of you. Again, another deep breath in. Drawing that head towards that knee. You should feel it in the back of the legs, in the hamstrings. 1 more breath. Roll yourself up nice and slow. We're going to go to our figure of 4 stretch. You're just going to cross one leg over. If it's comfortable for you here, and this is your range of motion, you can stay here, and you're just going to fold your body over. So you're just going to draw yourself down. You're going to hang your arms in front of you. If you're comfortable here and you can feel the stretch on the glutes, keep it there. Option to draw that ankle in closer to you and then reach down as if you're reaching towards your feet, dropping your head towards the shin. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. As you exhale, really add the extra pressure and fold in towards the floor. Another breath here. Last 2 breaths. Inhale, exhale, release. 1 more. And exhale and release. Roll yourself up nice and slow and change over to the other leg. That's it. Fold yourself over and repeat the same motion. Take a deep breath in. Again. Inhale, exhale. Another deep breath in and exhale. Last one here. And slowly roll yourself up. Perfect. We're just going to come to a standing position. So just nice and tall and standing. We're just going to place our hands beside us, shoulders back, belly button drawn in, and just focus on your breath here. So breathe in and exhale. Again, breathe in, exhale, and last one. Release all that tension away. that brings us to the end of the session. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that session, and we'll see you next time.